Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today for you guys is another movie video discussion. And today we're tackling, of course, Warner Brothers' Scoob, or the new upcoming animated Scooby-Doo film releasing in theaters of summer of 2020. Now, of course, the trailer, the link for the trailer will be in the description below, so if you have not seen it or you just want to watch it again, just click the description and it will be right there to go watch it. Yeah, I can't really react to things anymore because my editing software jerked up on me, so I can't. Still trying to work that out. But what I'm going to do is discuss the trailer very quickly and just kind of tell you my first impressions and, of course, my first thoughts. So, of course, the first thing that I noticed was, of course, the animation. And that it looks, exceptional, but it's also done by a little company called WAG, or Warner Animation Group. And if you know that Warner Animation Group, they made the Lego Movie, the Lego Batman movie, the Lego Ninjago movie, the Lego Movie 2, the second part. They also made Storks and Smallfoot. Probably something else too, but those are the ones that they're probably most famously recognized by. Smallfoot is my least favorite out of all of them. I really love all of the Lego movies the same, and I really did enjoy Storks as well. I really thought Storks was a really funny all-ages film. I do think that Smallfoot is for all ages, but it didn't hit me as well as the other ones did. But this is, of course, the next one by them, which is, of course, Scoob. The second thing that I recognize are the voices, and oh boy. Now, if you've been a huge fan of Scooby-Doo your whole life, or just now, whatever, it doesn't matter how old you are, Scooby-Doo reaches the no age cap. You know, you are, right now, you're dealing with Matthew Lillard, of course, Shaggy, Frank Welker, who is Scooby-Doo and Fred Jones since the 60s, and he's never changed that, really. I'm talking animated. Of course, then you've always had different iterations of Daphne and Velma. However, really, Shaggy had Casey Kasem from the 60s up until, I believe, What's New, Scooby-Doo had him, and I think a few other movies, and sadly he passed away, and now, of course, Matthew Lillard. And once Matthew Lillard goes, maybe they can get me. If you have not heard my Shaggy voice, I believe it is exceptional, and I'm going to do it in a minute here. But anyway, with the voices, of course, with this new kind of reboot animation, there's a lot of great things that are hitting. First of all, I think that the fact that the animation is done by WAG, I can't speak, is exceptional, because the Lego movies and Storks and even Smallfoot, they all look so well made. And I think the animation really hit it with this movie. It really captures that childlike feel, but also something that hits adults too. So I think it's really cool that it looks that way. Of course, the voices, like I said, that's the big thing. They're different. I don't know all the names. Gina Rodriguez, I believe, is Velma. Zac Efron is Fred. Frank Welker is still Scooby-Doo. And of course, some guy I never heard of is Shaggy, and some girl I never heard of is Daphne. However, that being said, are the voices bad? No. Are they different? Yes, and that could be a bad thing. Now, I'm not going to go here and say, oh, the voices are different, the movie sucks. You know, I'm not that kind of a person. I will see it and then, you know, of course, give my final review in the summer of 2020, whenever it comes out. However, first impressions, I like them, but I don't like them. Daphne and Velma are fine. I don't think there's much of a problem with them. They're always pretty adaptable. Fred is not voiced by Frank Welker. Like I said, he's voiced by Zac Efron, which is, of course, the new Ted Bundy film, whenever that happened. And, of course, the High School Musical. Now, I don't know him much as an actor, and I think he's an okay Fred. But, I mean, it's like, you know, why would you get Frank Welker to do Scooby-Doo and not Fred? That just, it boggles my mind. I don't understand it. Maybe they just wanted something new. Who knows? But I think Fred is honestly more of an iconic voice than Shaggy, because he's been there since the 60s. And he's been the same guy, you know, doing Scooby. Now, there have been a few different Scooby-Doo voices. I recently watched Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, the first one. And Scott Inez, or Edens, or whatever, he voiced Scooby-Doo, and it wasn't Frank Welker, which was crazy, because I noticed, like, Scooby-Doo by Frank Welker's more deep, like, oh, Ricky, Rory, you know, and then Scott Inez was more like, a little more like SpongeBob-y, like, Ready, oh no, where, you know. It was really strange to hear that. But I'm like, oh, you know, whatever, no big deal, it's still good. But this one, of course, Frank Welker is Scooby-Doo, and of course Zac Efron is Fred. Again, that's not a bad thing, it's something I'll have to get used to. My issue is Shaggy, because as you guys know, I am a huge Shaggy fan. I didn't really catch on board with the whole meme thing, where Shaggy is the most powerful damn thing in the world. I didn't really care about that. You know, I'm not the most meme-tastic person. But with regard to Shaggy's voice, I love Casey Kasem, I love Matthew Lillard, but I think I do a pretty damn good Shaggy too. So it's like, why? That's my issue. It's not that this guy doing Shaggy is bad. It's just that it's so different, and it just sounds so weird, because we all have a thing in our mind of what Shaggy sounds like, especially me, because I do Shaggy's voice, and to hear it different, I'm like, ugh, should have got me, you know what I mean? Not that I'm the best Shaggy voice actor ever, but I think I do a good job. So, hearing, all these different things, it's not a terrible thing, but it's something we'll have to get used to, especially, like with Sonic the Hedgehog, when he looked like dirt, everyone's like, oh, it's the worst thing ever. I didn't hate it. It didn't look good, but it didn't look bad either. I'm like, oh, whatever. And now, of course, they're redoing it, and we should be getting a trailer soon. The leaks are out, and it looks pretty damn good. With the Lego Ninjago movie, everyone in the world, except for me, threw a hissy fit. They're like, oh, the ninja looks so different, they're stupid. But people forget that served a purpose. They're high school now. They're in a different universe than the Ninjago canon TV show. They're in the canon Ninjago movie, which is a comedy, not an action drama. So, that all served a purpose. This film, changing the voices, doesn't really serve a big purpose other than, yeah, it's a slight reboot and it's a slight reimagining of what Scooby-Doo canon, is. So, it is what it is. But at the same time, I hope that it doesn't, cause a lot of controversy. I know it probably is. Where's Fred's ascot? All that, but I'm just like, where's Shaggy, man? Like, where's the best version of Shaggy in the world? That's my question. Anyway, and then of course you go to the plot where, of course, this big robot thing is taking over. They're going for a really big thing. It's not just some guy on an island scaring the crap out of people for gold. It's not that. Scooby-Doo is a very formulaic thing. It kind of is true. You've seen one episode, you've seen them all. But there's slight differences to each episode where you can go, okay, that's that. Yeah, it's the same type of thing. It's always a guy in a costume. But, except for Zombie Island and a few other cases in TV shows where, it was real. But, it very is much a formulaic thing. But every single episode you have something different about it that makes it unique. And this movie just screams unique because, there's drones and there's weird robot things and Scooby-Doo's joking about IKEA. And there's all these weird things. And it doesn't look bad. It looks very fresh. It looks like a very Lego movie, Batman Ninjago movie feel to it. Very comedic, great animation, a really strange story that's probably going to work. And my only negative would have to be Shaggy's voice actor. I don't think he's great. And I'm not just saying that because it's different. I really don't like it. I'm sure I will like it in the future once I see this film and once I see more trailers and clips and whatnot. But that's my first impressions. I think the animation is great. The voice actors are different, but I think they'll do a good job. And of course, the plot is crazy, out of this world, in your face. And I think it works because it's kind of what Scooby-Doo needs. This movie should not be, oh, look at him, he's a guy in a suit again, protecting the treasure or whatever. It has to be something different, and I think that's what they're shooting for, and I think that's what they're going to do. So I'm really excited for this movie. Again, it is just called Scoob! Exclamation part. Zoinks! I can't speak! One of those things. I don't think it's called Scooby-Doo. It's just Scoob. So it's kind of strange title, but it is what it is. Again, this is trying to be like a more reboot to the franchise. I really hope they don't stick with these voice actors forever. As far as Scooby-Doo, yes, it has been going downhill in terms of quality recently. In my opinion, I think the direct-to-DVD animated movies have gotten slightly worse, slightly more kiddie, not really for all ages like the older ones were. But I think this movie is going to do the franchise justice, and I can't wait to see what happens. Again, I'm not too fond about Shaggy's voice actor. I still think I do a better job. And I'm actually going to have my, in the description, like I said, I'm going to have the Scoob trailer link in there, but I'm also going to have a video of me a while back on my channel. If you saw it, great. It's there to watch again. If you haven't seen it, I essentially just did my Shaggy voice, which you just heard. It's going to be in the link, so if you want to hear me talk for that, I'm not going to bore you guys by doing the voice now. It's in the description. If you want me to do more voices, please tell me, because I do a bunch of voices. I can look into doing another one for me. Just, basically, this is kind of hard to explain, but in that link for my Shaggy voice, in the description of that video, there's a whole list of voices that I can do. Please look and tell me which one you want me to do, and I will get to that, because I don't know what you guys want to hear. Do you want to hear Joker? Do you want to hear Batman? Do you want to hear Kermit? Do you want to hear, I don't know, Smaug and Gollum from Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit? It is what it is. Please tell me in the comments. Again, if you go to that link in the in my Shaggy video, in the description of that video, there's a whole list. And then in this video, in the comments, if you can please tell me. That'd be cool. It gives me something to do, and I hope you guys would like to see more of that, my voices at least. So, yeah, I think Scoob is looking really, really good. Again, the voice actors can be a little better, I think, but I have to see how it turns out. And, yeah, I love it, and it's going to be a really cool origin story. Of course, the live-action Scooby-Doo The Mystery Begins had it, which was like more of this voice with Shaggy, and it was good. But like this one's totally where it is, man. Anyway, I love it. I can't wait for Scoob in the summer of 2020. Please tell me what you think, and again, use that link for the video and the voices. Tell me what voice you want me to do next. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. I hope you brought Scooby snacks too, because I really want Scooby snacks. Anyway, see you, man.